show you how I use free software called BlackHole to get any song or backing track that I want off of YouTube or Spotify or anywhere that you can stream music. You can take these audio files that you get, put them right into your DAW, and use them then to play along with, to record over, to add tracks to. This is what I use whenever I'm recording like a cover of a solo or something I'm doing to YouTube or to Instagram. And it's a pretty quick, easy, seamless way to get those files onto your computer so that you can actually use them. All right, so I have switched to my computer screen, obviously. The first thing we're going to need to do is install BlackHole. So obviously I've looked for this already. If we just do BlackHole Mac, first link here, there's a link here for download installer. If we hit that, it'll ask you to give them your email address, name, and everything, and then you can subscribe for a free Mac download. I've already done this. When you hit this button after you've put in your information, it gives you option for 2-channel or 64-channel. For what we're going to be doing, we only need the 2-channel. We're just going to be recording in stereo, direct from YouTube or Spotify. Obviously, if you are doing more intricate applications with this, then go ahead and do the 64-channel. But for the sake of this, just do the 2-channel. And then once that's installed, how you get it to work, you can go to System Preferences and go to Sound. And you'll see now that we have 2 options for playing audio. We can either play through the speakers, or we can play into this internal audio driver, which is BlackHole. So if we select BlackHole, the audio from our computer now will no longer be routed through our speakers, so we won't even hear it. So if I go to Spotify and I play this song, right, volume's all the way up, it says it's playing, but we can't hear it. That's because it's just being routed to BlackHole internally. But what this means for us is if we open up our DAW, so I'm going to open Studio One. Obviously, I'm using Studio One. You can use GarageBand or any other DAW that you are working with. There's a free version of Studio One, just kind of an entry-level version. It'll work on that as well. So if you don't want to pay for a DAW, then you can absolutely do this for free using GarageBand or any other free version. I'm just going to go to Create New Song, just do an empty song. None of the setup stuff really matters for this at this point. I'll create a new track. We'll just call it Backing Track and hit OK. So what we have to do now is we have to tell the DAW that we want it to be recording audio from the BlackHole driver within the computer. So if I go to my setup here, every DAW has a way of like a menu list for how to set it up. So for Studio One, you just go to Preferences here under Studio One, and it brings up excuse me, sorry. It brings up this menu where I can now pick what Studio One is recording from. Obviously, I have nothing else hooked up, so I can either pick just the microphone or I can pick BlackHole 2-channel. So I pick that. That means anything being played through my computer now is going to be sent straight to this software. So I hit OK. And one thing to make a note of here is we're recording stereo tracks, right? Everything we hear on YouTube or Spotify, that's all being put out in stereo. So if we want to capture the full song, not just one side of it, we have to make sure we're recording in stereo here. On Studio One, just this little button right here toggles between stereo and mono. So figure out, however, in your DAW, make sure you're recording in stereo. And then I'll make sure that this is being assigned. Yeah, it's picking up both channels here. So the way you can test this too, if we bring up our inputs, right now we see we have nothing coming in. But if we go over to Spotify and we hit play, we'll now see that we have signal coming in. And obviously I'm not recording yet, but the signal is still there. Another thing to note, make sure that you have your volume up all the way, whether it's on YouTube or Spotify or whatever. You'll see here we're just below clipping. So this is a good level to be recording at. If this was turned down for whatever reason, we still have audio coming in, but now we're going to have to push this a ton post-recording to get it to match up with any new things we record. So we'll make sure that's turned up all the way. And I'll just record a bit of this song. Say I want to start around 1:30. So I'm going to arm this to record it. And then I've had issues with in the past with feedback being created from having the monitors turned on. So I'm going to turn monitoring off. Same way as it would if you have loudspeakers in a room and mics picking up and sending feedback. The BlackHole, the driver doesn't like it when you have recording and monitoring going on at once. So set it to record, not to monitor, and then we're good to go. So now, as you can see, it's picking up anything going on in the computer. So once I hit play here again, now we're tracking. So if we know, for me, like I play guitar, if I know there's a guitar solo in this song between 1:40, say, and 2 minutes, then I'll just let it run its course. At 2 minutes, I can stop. And then at the end of the day, I have, that might have screwed us. We might have just got a bing for the email. But at the end of the 2 minutes, whatever, I'll have a little set track that I can then just save. I can chop it up. I can use it however. But the audio is there then to play along with and to use in my final video. So we'll let this run a little bit longer. We'll go to 220 just to be safe. So I'll pause that. We can see here that the audio is stopped. So we're good here now. So if I go back to preferences, take it out of this, just use the speakers, hit OK. And if I go up and change it here from BlackHole back to just the regular speakers, so now this DAW will be playing back just through my regular computer speakers, which we can hear here. So I've captured that guitar solo, and now I can add a new track down here and play along with this, and then obviously export that whole thing as one file and add that to a video that I can upload to whatever platform I desire. So thanks so much for watching. Obviously, if you have any questions, just leave them down below. I do apologize. This video, in order for this all to work, you do have to have somewhat of a recording setup. You have to have all this software installed. So I realize it's not for everyone, but if you do have a setup like this already, it's just an easy next step to just add a little bit more quality to the audio within your videos. So hopefully that helps. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys in the next video.